Katie's dad went on a shopping spree for our boy.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm taking a look at some of this shit. Oh, that's dope.
Those go with.
So it says we're
With the
live.
windbreaker.
I don't know if you're getting a notification or not.
I don't know. No, I'm not seeing it yet. Okay, it just said Hangout is on there now live. Yep, live. We are live. Finally, we are live. It only took us an hour to figure it out.
Dude, I don't even fucking know. I had the same issue yesterday, like when I joined Carnival Spirits. Shit. My stuff was super laggy, and then it kicked me off, and it wouldn't let me sign back in. I don't fucking know.
I know, got a little bucket hat.
That's the shit. All right, so let's go ahead and open up with the credentials then. What the fuck is up, y'all? This is Kreyz and McKormik up in this motherfucking bitch for Juggalo a day, alongside Mr. Makan.
What up, though?
Cha.
Yep.
If we're gonna bite off Carnival Spirits, we might as well just go the full 9. Cha. I'm looking through all of this stuff. Apparently, my girlfriend's dad ended up getting a whole bunch of baby clothes, but that's not Juggalo related. Just saying. Yeah, we're basically going to be keeping this show short due to the fact that Child's Play Ninja is going to be battling it up against some dude named Chuck Reeves. Apparently, he's famous. Oh, for the wedding?
I mean, he talked to Redman once, you know? I mean, that makes you famous, right?
Right? Yeah, no shit. Well, fuck him. I talked to Roddy Hogan once, so that makes me twice as fresh. This is nice. That is very nice.
Yes, BVZ, we finally fucking made it.
Yes.
Pennywise. Blame the FBI. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Zombie, what up, man? BVZ wonders if Boy Blue's actually going to be on Ridiculousness.
I don't know. To be totally honest, if he is, then my girlfriend's dad will let me know because he watches that show.
What show?
Ridiculousness. The Boy Blue's going to be on Ridiculousness.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yeah, it's going to be the video. It's a video where it's like him and one of his daughters, and both of them are painted up like Twisted.
Oh boy.
Yeah. See. I mean, you know, like any other Juggalo would probably be like, as long as I get paid. He, on the other hand, he'll be just like, give me $1.
Right. And then BVZ said, do you think they're going to spin it to make Juggalos look bad? Of course.
Of course. What? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they do that? Because, you know, he is the #1 most viewed Juggalo of all time on YouTube. So, therefore, he is King Juggalo. And he speaks for all of us through the Holy Lord Jesus Christ.
Right.
The alien baby zombie Jesus. Who apparently his first words were, give me $1. But nevertheless, you know, enough plugging him. So I'm actually looking forward to this video, this live stream that's going to be going on in about an hour and 20 minutes. So it's like 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. That it's going to be him and Chuck Reeves. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Sister Hatchet. I'm shooting you a fucking link right now.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I gotta
Check your Twitter.
So, like, we don't have a whole lot of news to follow up on, but two things actually came to mind. And one that I wanted to bring up was the fact that Twisted made that video for Juggalo Day. By the way, I hope everybody had a good Juggalo Day. I worked.
I didn't do anything.
Right? I just sat in a beanbag chair naked eating Cheetos for my Juggalo Day.
I think me and the wife just sat around playing Binding of Isaac on the PS4. BB, y'all catch the Cypher over the weekend? I didn't catch shit. I didn't pay attention to nothing.
Nope.
Whoop, whoop.
What up, Sister Hatchet?
What up, y'all?
Nothing much. We were just about ready to break into the topics that we didn't do throughout the week. The first topic actually was the video that Twisted put up for Juggalo Day, not Juggalo A Day. That would be fresh though.
Hey,
That'd be awesome. What up, y'all? This is JB Madrox. We just want to give a huge shout out to Juggalo A Day because they ain't buying our shit either.
hey.
But honestly, I watched that video, and personally, I felt like this was Twisted with more damage control and trying to kiss our ass.
You know what? I can't say that I've seen it. What video are you guys talking about?
They posted a video on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook, and it was Jamie and Paul just basically trying to say, wish everybody a good Juggalo Day. Jamie is bouncing all over the fucking place, and I don't know.
All right. Okay, so I missed it. I don't use Face Crack since they fucking shut down my profile for Sister Hatchet. So that explains.
Yeah, I haven't seen the that video either.
Okay, well, I know that it was up, and I know that there were some Juggalos that ended up watching it, but I don't know. I know it's on Facebook. I don't know, Mac. You could probably find
it. It to Ninjas in Action or anything like that.
Maybe them boys are fucking boycotting it as well. I don't know. I guess go on Facebook, look it up, and I don't know. Maybe we'll get back into that topic. Did anybody let Nightmare know that we're on now?
I sent him an invite to, I believe, is his email. I don't know. I mean, he has fucking like 10 of them.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I just seen him.
Yeah.
And I posted.
Okay.
I posted the link in the in the group chat too. So.
Oh, okay. He's polishing up the band hammer. Is what it sounds like to me. We'll get back on that. I don't know, Mac, if you could, I don't know, fish through Facebook, try to see if you can find that Juggalo Day video from Twisted.
I'm looking for it right now. The latest video they did was, tomorrow we make our return to Florida after 4 years.
Nobody cares. But there is that video that everybody else was talking about concerning Twisted with the kids that chanted ICP and got booted out. Right? They're like, okay, so let me get this straight. We want to wish y'all a good Juggalo Day, but if you chant ICP at our shows, and we're kicking you the fuck out. Yeah. Show you right, sure.
And it's like they even had like a song for doing it, and song and dance to go with the fucking thing. Like they knew some shit was gonna happen. Like,
right.
I don't know.
It just basically proves yet again how much of a diva Paul is. I don't know. Did you watch that at all, Sister Hatchet?
I did. And I'm very hesitant to share my opinions of things, but like I've told you guys before, I go on my own personal experiences, and I've got some experiences from way back in the day, and seeing that video and knowing that they're in control of what happens at their shows and on their label, I can kind of see where that reaction came from. But the night before, I think it was the night before, because that happened Monday night, right?
I think so. Okay,
so the night before, they had a show at Webster Hall in New York City. And I was there. I actually went incognito. I didn't go dressed as Sister Hatchet. Kind of just went to blend in. And during that show,
she's just on the chat. Sorry, my girlfriend was asking me a question.
Okay. there were a lot of people there that I recognized and kind of just again stood back and watched. Now, while Twisted was on, actually, let me back up. During the entire show, it was nothing but love all the way around. You know, and there were tons of juggalos there repping the hatchet. There were tons there repping for MNE. And when I say tons, it was actually a small venue. I would say that there was probably at the most like 250 people. Much smaller than the venues that other venues that I've gone to. But while Twisted was on, a fucking fight broke out. I don't know exactly what it was all about. I was right on the outside of it, almost got pulled into it, but it was in the middle of the mosh pit. I honestly don't know what fucking started it, but they had to turn up the lights and fucking break the shit up, and you know, Twisted had to fucking stop what they were doing and kind of let this fucking shit take place and get resolved. And then the very next night, they've got people heckling them. I would guess and say, and this is only my speculation, but it was kind of an off-the-cuff reaction. And if you take that into a realistic, into your everyday life, how many times have you been dealing with shit and gone through an experience and then something else happens and you have an off-the-cuff reaction? Who knows? Maybe they're regretting what went down, that maybe they could have handled it better. But, you know, in that moment and with all the shit that's been going on, hey, maybe it was just I want to have a good fucking show and these guys are going to ruin it for everybody if we let them stay. Because you know, you read the narration from the chick that posted the video where the guy was right in front of her. You know, if he was being a dick to everybody that was there, rightfully fucking get him out of there. And I don't care if that's at an ICP show or at a Twisted show or at a fucking Garth Brooks show. Fucking people that are there to cause fucking problems, get him fucking out of there, because everybody's really there for a good time. And that's one thing that I've always been able to say with pride, is that if I go to a fucking psychopathic related show, a juggalo show of any kind, there's rarely fucking shit that goes down. It's all a good time.
All right.
And these kind of things fuck it up for everybody.
So basically what you're saying is that in a sense, the situation probably got taken a little bit out of context with the video, because, you know, the people who recorded that video, they don't know what happened the night before.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, that's sweet.
Gross.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Go have fun.
Hospital, yay.
Yeah. One of our friends is from Lansing, ended up giving birth to twins the other day, so she's on her way down to Lansing to go check that out.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, but
sent
you know.
Nightmare an invite. So Nightmare should be jumping in here in a second.
All right. Oh shit! She didn't leave me the house key. What the fuck? Anyways. So yeah, that you know, with that information, you know, on the light, you know, I guess that could make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take into consideration that everybody's got shit going on in their lives, and that's kind of how our reactions are with things. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. By the way, what up, Nightmare?
What's up?
Whoop, whoop.
Not much.
Woo-hoo.
Talking about that shit that went down on at that Twisted show where they booted out a bunch of people. And Sister Hatchet actually had a pretty good explanation as to what may have happened with Twisted and their reaction. So, you know, maybe it's a possibility that, you know, at the show that you went to, Sister Hatchet, that it might have just been like ICP fans and Twisted fans basically just getting into it. We all know that at those shows, man, everybody likes to get liquored up or get on something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Sunday night, everybody was having a good time, and people were getting lit up, and there's no doubt about it. And, you know, I don't think that when that fight broke out, and again, I'm speculating, but I saw all of the people that were involved. I don't think it was like a choosing sides type fight. It came down to, like, there were people in the mosh pit that were getting hurt, and that's when fucking shit broke out, is the way that I saw it. But in reality, nobody really knows except for those people that fucking started the fight. But them Twisted going into the next night and seeing that heckling and not wanting another fight to break out, and by the looks of that video, it was a much larger venue. They don't want that type of shit happening.
Got some crazy feedback going on.
I fixed it. It was my shit. Sorry.
No, Nightmare has it too. Your voice hasn't been high enough for it to clip his, but I can see it down on the bottom, and I can see this little green thing on his name.
Yeah, I had to check my thing out.
Yeah.
All right, we should be good. Yeah, I don't know. For me, man, that I get people, like, I get fucking Twisted being mad for people chanting ICP, but to kick them out over that, this is some bullshit, because all they really did was showed how vulnerable they are to trolling.
Again, I mean, it depends on the perspective that you try to look at it. And yeah, I have seen it from that perspective too. Like, could that be more of what it is that they just don't want to be heckled? But having been there the night before and saw what happened, it's kind of like it introduced me to a different perspective of that. Were they actually trying to prevent something breaking out that would be far worse than what happened the night before? And, you know, maybe the way that they handled it didn't really express that. But that is another possibility of the approach.
I just think with the whole song and dance that they had, like, prepared almost to kick him out, like that in itself was like we realize shit's gonna happen, so we might as well be prepared for, you know, it to happen.
Yeah.
It could have been a situation, you know, like I watched a season of Ink Masters where two of the judges, like, made teams and shit, and right at the very first day, they ended up kicking out a bunch of people and fired them and shit. So it might have just been like, maybe what we need to do is we just need to have a specific time where we're just like, okay, you need to leave, just to show the fans that we're serious about whether or not they're, you know, fucking around or something like that.
I don't know.
I still hope somebody gets them with a Faygo bottle. Just saying. I mean, come on.
Grenade right in the
Come on,
stage.
you can't tell me that it wouldn't be hilarious to see it, like, just a Faygo-filled water balloon just splash Mono right in the chest and just watch all them feels come out hard. Oh, God, dude.
I'm getting that mental image, and for some reason I see him fucking doing like a fucking child, you know, acting like a fucking child and falling on his back and kicking and pounding the fucking floor and shit like that.
Mono just drops down to the floor, cross-legged, head in hands.
I'm actually seeing him do a Christian where he just, like, falls on his back and he's, like, flailing his arms and screaming and shit like a baby.
Why would I do that to me?
Right. I hate you, Mom. Oh wait.
I'm telling, but to me, that's all they open themselves up for. Like reacting like that, bad idea. I'll waste $20 just to go and troll them.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
No, just basically shake the Faygo bottle, crack it open just enough so that way a little bit is coming out of the fucking top. Throw it like a grenade right on stage. Watch them scramble around trying to grab it and shit.
Right.
Oh, we don't need this shit on our stage.
More than likely, they're just fucking boot it back into the crowd. Probably bust somebody in the face on the way out.
And then Twisted gets sued. And then you'd be on here telling us about it and be like, congratulations, Mac.
What's got 2 sons and agrees with that whole situation? This guy. So any of y'all motherfuckers go and troll Twisted, make sure you let him know. You got the idea? This guy right here. I'm telling you, dude, it's going to get worse, and we're going to see more and more crazy reactions from him. I guarantee it.
We are, but the funny thing is now it's become a perpetual tryst where they get it, they react in the fashion that they've been doing since the beginning of the year, and the Juggalos are going to react to that, and then they're going to continue to react in the exact same fashion. Wash, rinse, repeat, I think. It's just downhill for Twisted from here.
TV said he's already banned from the Twisted official Facebook. Yeah, I haven't. I don't even follow him on Facebook or nothing. That's why I didn't even know about the Juggalo Day thing. Like, see, for
like I found out
them,
about it.
Faygo Lover still covers their shit, so that's how I fucking find out anything.
Well, yeah, because there's Juggalos that are still, respectfully so, I should say. There's still Juggalos that are out there that are like Switzerland right now.
I always go on Faygo Lovers to find out news.
I mean, I normally get most of my news from fucking Ninjas in Action, but it seems the last week's been kind of drained.
Well, how the hell do you top Twisted fucking acting like divas?
So, should we talk about this embarrassment that they also got themselves involved in?
Oh, please do tell.
I don't know if anybody's seen it or not, but Twisted did a song with Davey Suicide.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
be
I
right
watched
back,
that.
y'all.
Right
All
on.
right.
And it is poop. Like, the Twisted parts sound okay to me personally. They sound all right. I can dig it. But the shit that they're surrounded with, it's like fishing through a fucking bucket full of turds just to find, one fucking Thin Mint, somewhere in the middle of the turds.
Honestly, I liked the song. The music video was kind of fucked up, and Davey Suicide's look. It seriously is just like, okay, biter. Massive fucking biter, like the whole fucking thing. And this apparently, with the music video in question, that you linked to us, I thought Twisted was trying to veer away from ICP and shit like that. Be like, what? It says freak show.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff. It was like there's too many freaks and not enough circus or something like that. I heard in one of the
I
lines.
haven't watched the music video yet.
Yeah, the part of the chorus ended up saying there's too many freaks and not enough circuses.
Yeah. I was like, no. So I sent you guys the link the first time when I first seen it, and I was like, I'm just gonna fast forward through it because I've heard some of Davey's stuff before, and it's fucking garbage. So I'll fast forward to hear Twisted's part, and I did. And then this morning I was like, all right, I really need to listen to the whole fucking song if we're gonna talk about it. And not gonna lie, I made it like maybe a minute in before I was like, fuck this. I don't need to watch this. I can already tell it's fucking diarrhea.
I only watched like maybe the first I don't know. I was driving when I was watching it, so like I couldn't put too much focus on it. It seemed like the production value for the video was pretty high, but I don't know. I liked the sound of the song. I honestly have to say that's my honest opinion. I like the sound of the song, the way that things went. I could barely understand what he was saying in the verses, but of course the structure of the vocals and stuff actually sounded pretty tight. But then all of a sudden you hear like the fucking beat changes and there's Twisted on a fucking TV.
Yeah, that's the thing that I thought was so weird about it. I was like, you guys did this song together. Why wouldn't you just do the video together too?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it just didn't call for Twisted. Be like, I don't know. This seems to have some sort of a Juggalo feel to it. We're just gonna stay out of the camera shot. We'll record. They're probably like, we'll just record our parts via Skype.
We'll just send you a video with a green screen background, and you go ahead and do whatever you want to it.
Right. You know, for I did want to point this out too, but about maybe 45 seconds ago, it sounded like Sister Hatchet was chasing a cat with a crowbar.
What?
You don't get sick of drinking it?
Like I heard a bunch of clattering and shit in the background while Mac was talking, and I was just like, where the fuck did that come from? Is that Sister Hatchet? Like, is she...
It is. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a nice day out. It's like 45 degrees, and I'm sitting in my car so that I can smoke and just chill rather than in and out of my house because I don't smoke inside. So sometimes you might hear the car beeping as I'm like rolling the windows up and down.
That doesn't sound like the car beeping or a window. It sounded like crash.
That was probably my fat ass getting in and my springs groaning.
Oh shit!
It's 12:30 here, and it's already 65 degrees.
It sounded like a small animal was getting beat. That was getting beat with a fucking blunt object, and you missed. Smash! Or like
none of my cats are around me, so it didn't have anything to do.
We've got some feral cats in the neighborhood that have been like outside just like screaming at night. Wake you up thinking some fucking lady's being raped or something, and it's just a cat getting raped.
Evie wants to know if we have any bets on the debate.
CPN, man.
Oh, I can't wait to see that CPN debate.
Look who's on GQ right there, man.
Hold on.
I've been waiting for that debate all week.
Yeah, I've been anticipating that like a motherfucker.
Present to everyone. Look at this, guys.
I got a question, like, and because I'm pretty sure that he was at the show on Sunday night. I've never actually seen Chuck Reeves anywhere else, but someone that I was with was like, "Hey, I think that's who that is," and yeah, if that's the case, I'm looking forward to this too.
You can't really miss him. Honestly, you can't really miss him. He looks like a fucking ginger chode stuck in pubes.
With a matted, dreadlocked-looking beard too. Like,
yeah,
he looks like...
I think it might have been.
He literally looks like a tiny, tiny penis like this, sprouting from a bush of ginger pubes.
Like,
Right.
age-wise, is he young? Is he old?
He's about middle-aged. He looks to be about maybe just a few years older than I am. You know, like somewhere between me and you. Like I'm 34 and
Twisted DZ or DV.
you know what I was gonna say is he looks like Scotland shit all over his face.
Okay, well that doesn't really narrow it down for me. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch and see if it was the same guy.
Oh, you'll see. The show's actually gonna
Was
be
he a completely bald dude with giant red beard?
like he has like a fucking bite.
No,
Yeah.
it's like more gray than anything, so it must not have been.
Nah,
Yeah,
probably not him then.
He has a very long fucking biker beard. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say hipster beard, but yeah, he definitely has like a biker beard.
I think I did too, but it wasn't red, it was gray. I don't know, actually It was fucking dark, so who fucking knows? I don't know. I'm gonna watch and find out.
Well, it's gonna be on right after our show, like at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm actually
less than an hour.
Yep. Yeah. It would have been nice to actually have like a longer show, but technical difficulties and shit. YouTube was being a bitch.
I suck at life. That's what we're just gonna say about that whole situation.
Yeah. It's like there's only like 2 or 3 people that are able to broadcast the live show, like to start up the live show for the broadcast right now. Like I can't do it because I don't have a charger for my laptop, which I think I'm gonna take care of as soon as this show's done with. Fucking go to Office Depot or some shit and get a charger. just so that way this shit never happens again. Like I put myself on a fucking sleeping regimen that actually wakes me up at 11 o'clock, 11:30. So like every Sunday. So I am ready.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine sleeping until 11.
Well, like, dude, my sleeping and work schedule is basically just like on, it's on point, dude. Like, I wake up on the weekdays at 6 a.m, and I take the kids to school. I work until about like 5, and then after that, I'm fucking done for the day. And I just keep doing that till Friday. Friday, I wake up at 6, take the kids to school, and I'm out until 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I wake up on Saturdays and Sundays at like 10 or 11 o'clock, depending on whether or not I got to work my actual delivery job.
Yeah, my wife got all signed up and everything for Grubhub.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
When I
signed up tomorrow.
When I signed up for it, I saw that like on the bottom it said, how did you find out about Grubhub? And I was like, I was referred. And I put down the name of the person who referred me, and I don't know if that does anything.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, if you fucking sign up, just put my name up on there, see if something happens. Maybe I'll get a bonus or something. Be like Kevin Reynolds from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's right, this sweet baby lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette real quick.
All right.
Fucking nightmare. Teasing me.
So, okay, get this. Yeah, I might as well change the subject now, but I found this to be actually very fucking cool. My daughter is now a fucking super nerd. She came home earlier today, earlier this week, I should say, and she was sitting there reading a book, and I was like, "What you got there, boo-boo?" She says, "I've got this book called Anima." And I'm like looking at it, I was like, holy shit, she's got a fucking manga. And she's so enamored by it because you got to read it in reverse, you got to read it backwards and shit like that. I was like, oh my God, she's going to be a fucking dork. This is going to be awesome. Here, boo-boo, check this out. And I go on the TV and I started watching Death Note with her.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, she's like one episode in and she's fucking locked. This is
That's a good anime.
oh fuck yeah, it is. So I just saw that and I was like, yeah, this is parenting done right. Like my daughter, like both of my kids are practically emulating me, and I'm fucking geeked by it. I love it because I'm into anime, and now they're getting into it. My son and my daughter both like video games. There was actually one time where my daughter came up to me and handed me the strategy guide that I have for Final Fantasy VII, and she's like, "Daddy, can you teach me how to play this?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, of course I will." And then anytime that I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 on the PlayStation 4, they're sitting down like they're watching wrestling with me.
That's awesome. It goes to show how much influence parents actually have on their kids, and like their not only their interests but the way that they perceive life. Like I'm an only child and my dad's a mechanic, and I swear until I grew tits he thought I was a boy. And like I rebuilt my first engine when I was 9 years old, and my first car that I could actually legally drive on the road, I had to rebuild the transmission for. And it's like all of those things that I found big interest in as a kid mostly came from my dad. And like all of the things that I can do, and the way that I can cope with the world actually comes a lot from him too. So yeah, like those are going to be the moments that your girls are going to look back on and like totally remember, is the times that you taught them things. Anyways, yeah.
Well, as of right now, the only thing that I can really teach my daughter is up, up, down, down, left, right.
Well,
You're
that
like,
might come in handy someday.
This will give you 30 lives. Like no matter what Konami game you play, it'll give you 30 lives. But yeah, I'm actually like I honestly can say that I've been seriously hoping for a moment like that, to just like, and now they're at that age where they're starting to learn about their identity. So I'm just like, yes.
Well, it's kind of like taking those opportunities to teach them to think on their own, and not necessarily like go with the crowd. Even if you're still in the crowd, you don't necessarily have to follow. And
Right.
I guess I'm going to change this over to the topic of the march, and that's kind of like the reason why we're juggalos and how we can come together in a crowd but still be individual, is that we all have that ability to think on our own and still stand together. And that's kind of what I'm saying with the kids, is you have that opportunity to teach them that, in so many different ways. Right.
Right. Oh, and one other thing too that just popped into my head. My son took one of my hats and he wears it to school every day. Like one of my hats that says Juggalo on the side.
Right.
And he wears it to school every day. And the funny thing is, like, I'll hear my son and my daughter have conversations in the back seat of the car while I'm driving them to school, and my son's like, "I'm a Juggalo." My daughter's like, "How are you a Juggalo? Daddy's a Juggalo, but how are you a Juggalo?" And he just says, "My hat. I'm wearing this hat." And I'm like, "No, son. Just because you wear the hat does not make you a fucking Juggalo." He's like, "What makes you a Juggalo, Daddy?" Fuck, I'm lost. It's like so hard to fucking. I was like, the only thing that I could say honestly is like, I was just like, it's very hard to explain, son. It's kind, but one thing that I can tell you is that it's not about what merchandise you wear. I was, because I don't know how to fucking tell him about this shit. I'm not gonna let him listen to ICP and shit like that and try to figure it out for himself or anything
I'll
like
be right
that.
back,
Like,
yo.
he's like, what? All right, dude. He's like, what? He's like 7 years old. And it's like, okay, yeah, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get, all he's gonna hear is cussing and murder, just like normal society does with with the music that we listen to. Like, that's all they ever hear about is the cussing and the murder. So, like, if I show this to him at a tender young age, then, it's going to be like a situation where that's all he thinks it's about. Like, he's going to think his daddy's a foul-mouthed serial killer.
I know again, it depends on the perspective that you choose to look at it from.
True.
I've told you about my baby T. She has identified as a juggalo for years, and I'm the only juggalo that she's known all her life. But it wasn't until she was like 13, 14 that she ever actually heard any of the music. But she knew what a juggalo was because she saw how I carried myself.
Right.
And when she was able to actually listen to the music, even though some of it confused her because of the murder and the horror and the gore of it, she also was able to understand what the stories and the messages were, because I've always represented it in that way. Like, it's funny, I actually asked her one day to send me her explanation of what a juggalo was, and while we're talking, I'll see if I can find it. But she actually went with me November 30th. We helped in Blase Rose's portion of the Cypher video, If We Were a Gang.
Okay.
And she's in it. And the first time that she ever heard Blase Rose was on the way to do the video. And I asked her to go and do something with me. And she didn't even know what was going on until we got there. I played some of the music, and it's something that we bond with, because when she hears something new and she's still at a young age and wants to know what it actually is about and has questions, we can kind of have a conversation off of that. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be what the song is about, but what it inspires in a dialogue between us.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't think your kids necessarily need to hear the music for them to understand what it's all about. Like, your son, if he's being bullied at school, what can you bring to him from the juggalo perspective and how to handle that? Or what if he's seeing somebody else being bullied in school, that poor kid, or the slow kid? What can he do with a juggalo mentality to do his part to make fucking shit different?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And I guess kind of from my perspective sometimes, and maybe I'm a tender heart, I don't know, but when you cross that line with me, I'm a total fucking monster. But I try to come at things from, how can I help raise someone up rather than take any opportunity to tear them down? And that's the approach that I live my life as a juggalo. So sometimes when I even hear you guys talking and making jokes, I sometimes have to have that battle in my head as far as like, whoa, this doesn't feel right on one side, but on the other side, it's all fucking joking. And sometimes in real life, people have a hard time distinguishing between the two. And so there you have conflict and fighting going on. So I make that choice whether or not I'm gonna battle or just keep my fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, like, you know, a lot of the shit that we say on here is just fucking jokes.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm not going to say anything. But at the same time, I kind of at times question, how is that helping to flame that fire? And I don't know, I go back to some Indian philosophy there with the wolf and the bear, you know, which one do you want to feed? One's your evil and one's your good. Anyways.
Like, you just, like, fuck, you just killed the vibe.
I know, right? Yeah, sorry, I got too serious there.
Right? Serious Sister Hatchet is serious.
I am. I want to fucking change shit for us.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, if you guys, I'll hopefully like maybe change the vibe a little bit, but you guys talked all week about Juggalo in society having an opinion about us.
Mm-hmm.
And like Monoxide's whole post and stuff. And I've been saying all along, like, I'm not marching to just dispute the whole FBI gang label. And, you know, the fact is we're not on a list, but we were on a list that is still out there, and therefore we're always going to be on that list. But how society looks at us and whether we give a fuck or not, people, I look at it as people can think that we're freaks and that we're people to avoid, but at the same time, so many of us don't actually show everything that we have to offer. Like all of us here, I'm sure we're doing good things in our lives and trying to do even better things. But just the fact that we have Juggalo attached to us creates a negative stigma that people will automatically not want to have anything to do with it because they think that bad things will come. And I've never personally had any negative come from being a Juggalo as far as like with the cops, with the FBI, or anything like that. So in that aspect, why would I march? Why am I marching for something that doesn't affect me? But on the flip side of that, trying to do something good out there, I actually had contacted my city hall because we have a skate park and it's all jacked up. Like people fucking leave trash and shit around there. And I called the city hall to find out if they would support us doing a mini gathering here in my town and doing a cleanup of the skate park and painting a whole mural down the side of one wall. And when they asked me what the group was that would be doing the gathering, I said it would be the Northeast Juggalos. And as soon as I said Juggalos, they Googled it and turned me down. Now, this was not even 6 months ago. So we've been off the list for a couple of years, but tell me that that's not still affecting us now, because I was trying to do something good. I had a group of people ready to do that shit. And that was just the tip of the iceberg of what we had planned. But we were immediately shut down because we're Juggalos. That's why I'm marching. Because everything that we try to do good, if society doesn't understand where we're coming from, we're never going to get anywhere.
Right.
But, okay, somebody tell me a joke.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
A joke. Twisted afterly left psychopathic.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
No, don't shit.
Let's see. Let's see. What would be a good joke? Nedmaster? That's the joke. I know you have no frame of reference because you probably don't know who that motherfucker is.
Boy Blue's view count.
Oh my god.
Boy Blue's sub count.
Hey, so okay, I've already said to him that I know that CPN wants to at least probably punch him in his dome a couple of times. That if he shows up at the march, I will do my best to keep him safe. But my rules for that is I want to bring him a little red wagon to ride in. And I will pull that shit. And he is going to be wearing a dunce hat that says Village Idiot. And his mouth will be duct taped. And I am hoping that if he does manage to go, that the Juggalos will support the fact that I'm just trying to keep him from being beat down for his stupidity.
Right. No. Have him hold a sign that says, "Give me $1."
Oh God, no. I don't want to encourage him with that. No. I think that is the only I had one nerve that had pity for him. And as soon as he started talking about shit being clickbait as far as his titles, and that he's always just trying to get money so that he can buy beer and smoke weed, that nerve was severed. And the video that I did with Slick about the whole FBI thing and being a felon, that was my last straw with him. So after that, I gave him that opportunity as far as if he gets there to the march. But other than that, I want nothing to do with the kid. And as far as him being a fucking #1 viewed Juggalo, I don't think he's the #1 or that really people are going to follow too closely as far as like taking him to heart. But he is so saturated out there that when you Google anything about Juggalos, he's one of the first things that pops up. And I think that's what pisses me off the most, is that society out there that might happen to Google fucking Juggalos is going to see him and immediately think that he's the voice of everyone. And God, I fucking hope that doesn't happen.
So I wanted to pass on, Guido is in the comments, and he had a joke. He said, a string walked into a bar. The bartender said, we don't take kindly to your kind hair, String. String says, oh yeah. String put his hair up and says, do you take knots? Then he raped him.
Okay.
I don't know. So Guido's, infamous spelling.
Yeah, it definitely looks like we got fucking haters in the chat and trolling.
Trolling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we wouldn't be Juggalos without them trolls.
It's all good. They were hating on me. It was funny as shit. On one of my videos, called me an old ass lady, and I was like, was that supposed to be a fucking insult? Because I mean, really, if you state the facts, I can't fucking be offended by it.
Don Chaos for WWE chairman. Interesting thought, Shanzi. So, like right now, it's Yeah, I'd say we got about like 15 minutes, and then we should end it because 15 minutes after that is CPN's epic fucking rebuttal.
Got Miss Juggalette in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Trolling. Oh, Rice Rocket. Fuck you, crazy retard. I agree. Fuck you, crazy.
Right.
Get blocked.
Yep. Get blocked. Get fucked.
Guido wants to know if anybody's bumping the new Esham. Yeah, I'm bumping it on my table because it's a cup holster.
Oh, Pennywise just asked, how do you like Bray Wyatt as the champ? Honestly, I love that idea. For one,
I knew that was gonna happen.
I kind of figured, like, as soon as Randy Orton joined the Wyatt family, I knew that they were going to eventually build it up to do WrestleMania, but I didn't think that they were going to put Bray Wyatt as the champion to fucking do it. But now they're, I would say at least until the end of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I'm super glad that he got it. It's about time. He has the ability to be the new generation, like Undertaker, but they're just not giving him any push.
Right.
Big Irish Juggalo in the chat. No one cares about the new Esham. ...
I was honestly gonna say, is Esham still relevant? Like I did not realize.
I mean, what is relevant?
Esham and relevant.
Eshan. The only Eshan album I got is the Acid Rain album. That's it.
I don't have Acid Rain, but let's see. I have Kill the Fetus, Booming Words from Hell, Repentance, and A1 Yola, which I thought A1 Yola fucking sucked. Honestly, I'm like, I don't know what's worse, like A1 Yola or the DVD that came with it.
Babe, Big Irish Juggalo said, "Hi, Mags." Hi. What? She said, "You're one of my favorites."
Hatchet Reviews ended up saying, yeah, I only have the ones he released under Psy. Yeah, because if you don't do that, then you ain't a motherfucking Juggalo, bitch.
There's been like maybe 2 or 3 songs from Esham that I ever even liked, and I can't even tell you the name of them.
Woo 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 was actually my favorite song. That
kind of
and
video for that crazy.
For Woo Woo Woo, that was the shit. Like they got Willis up on there. That was the shit. And then let's see, a couple other one of my favorites from Esham is Morty's theme, which was on like the soundtrack for the Fear, and Rocks Off was actually the first song I ever heard from him. Man, these haters do not fucking. Man, he is really trying today, isn't he? Yeah, I'm surprised at that Big Irish shut. Talking about our troll here with his 47 sock accounts and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
We all know who that is in the comments trolling.
Yep.
So everybody should like the video just to counteract his action.
Oh,
right.
You're gonna be seeing it out after it's uploaded.
5 to 15.
Damn.
Every time it's uploaded,
Can we get to 40 today, guys? Can we get to 40?
Right? Yeah, please, man.
Dislikes.
My life will not be complete until a live stream has 100 dislikes. And we also have a troll that is pretending to be CPN. Not anymore. He's gone bye-bye. This is entertaining as fuck. Where were you an hour and a half ago?
What he don't realize is in here commenting, it still counts as a view because he's commenting on the account.
Right?
So he's still giving us a view.
Here's the sad thing is if they put half as much energy into doing fucking better shit with their lives, what a better world this would be. Instead of just trying to fucking spread hate all the time. Like, really, if you're coordinated enough to fucking get on the internet and fucking hate all day, you're more than coordinated to go and fucking sweep a parking lot and hate the people that drive in and throw their trash down. I mean, really, earn your fucking dollar and stay out of fucking people's shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the best hashtag ever has made its appearance in the chat, and I just have to point it out. Hashtag Cuck Reeves.
Yeah, they're like, other than the trolls, yeah, they're talking about the CPN debate that's going to be coming up. CPN even says, "Oh, it's going down."
It's going down for real.
You're not a Juggalo character in the live stream. That'd be funny as fuck.
You know what's funny is that, like, okay, like, we're just gonna, yeah, and then when it concerns these trolls, like, okay, we know who you are, and you're just showing us how many fucking sock accounts you have.
Yeah.
And every time we block you, you're just gonna be, you just made the list.
It would be a shame, you know, if somebody were to save all the name of these sock accounts and, you know, send them to YouTube.
BBZ
Not very good at
says,
playing poker.
right, BBZ says, my hate spreads all over M&E bread this year, but other than that, Twizzlers, meh. What do you want? They want the same thing that we want. We want to learn how magnets work. See, who dares almost make Violent J cry in an interview? Okay, so one the troll ends up saying, "My guess is blocking people gets you a dislike spike." Just saying. Yeah, your comment of saying "just saying" just really shows who the fuck you are, because there's only one hater that I know that says "just saying." But here's the truth of the matter. It's the fact that despite the fact that you disliked our video, you are showing a reaction to said video. So, you know, all it's just showing is that you are showing either a positive emotion or a negative emotion towards what we're doing. Therefore, in the end, we still win.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you fucking moron. Exactly, Shanzi. Adding a dislike still drives traffic to the video. You know, and I've been saying this for years. Like, do you really think I give a fuck about whether or not you dislike my video? It's just giving me what I want. Attention. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Big Irish. He's just supporting the very thing he hates.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, the worst thing that you could do to somebody's video is not watch it. Is not, you know, like, if you don't watch it and you don't fucking, like, thumb it up or thumb it down, then that's the worst thing that you can do with it. But the secret thing about that is nobody cares about what you do. I don't care if you fucking watch this shit or not. I don't care if you watch any of us on our real channels. Are you guys live covering CPN's debate or just watching yourselves? Man, I'm watching that shit myself. I'm going to be having fun in the fucking chat.
I can't even understand right now.
just sick Don the Great Juggalo on them. No, I want them to fucking attack the Chuck the Cuck.
I want CPN working out his character the whole video. You're not a Juggalo.
No, I want somebody else to pop up on the CPN debate. Every time I say his name, though, I get yelled at. So, like, I'll just say, okay, he wears rags and sunglasses, and he says nigga a lot.
They're coming down. I'll shut this shit down right now.
He's a big fan of Twix, too.
Meow.
Shit, 25 dislikes already? That's what Shanzi's telling me.
Yeah, 26 to
Man, he
8.
must really love us giving us that many dislikes.
Right? All right, Nightmare, what did you do?
What?
Getting pulled over right now? Conspiracy of being a juggalo.
Oh, I
Nope,
get stopped
that's
all the
my
time.
hood.
Oh, that's your hood?
That's my hood.
On that, I was at Walmart the other day, and I was in the toy aisle with my son, and this couple comes in the toy aisle. I had a Hatchet Man hat on, and I heard them like, "Oh shit, it's a Juggalo." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So
You're like,
they
what
said
the-
it went 5 aisles over because I was a Juggalo in the toy aisle.
Oh, shit. Mac's ready for this. Max,
Dude, I'm so ready for CPN show.
He's got a bag of Twizzlers. And Hatchet Reviews said, I hope CPN has a full case of Twizzler tears ready to drink. Dude, he probably has like a whole fucking pack of it.
Dude,
Ready to go.
He just needs to hook a funnel up to the front of Chuck's face. Just have a steady supply.
And have it hook up to a beer hat that he's wearing so he can just drink it straight out of that.
So I gotta ask, is anyone set up to be fact checker?
No.
Probably not.
I don't think this debate, as it's being called, is going to be anything that goes into any sort of facts.
I don't know.
The best way that I've heard this explained is it's pretty much one hound dog bitching at another hound dog.
The great Nut Rider on Nut Rider debacle. But the Guido ended up saying that it starts. He asked what time it starts. It starts in 15 minutes. So I guess that now would probably be a good time to close the show out, so everybody can prepare for the entertainment.
Indeed.
Yep. So I'm Crazy McKormik, Nightmare, Sista, Hatchet, Mac.
Whoop whoop.
All right.
Overbites. This one's for you.
All right on. I'm thinking I might have to go up to Family Dollar.
Might have to.
Oh, I already got my candy ready, so I'm good.
All right. Bring the popcorn too. I'm about ready to see this shit on my live TV. But yeah, BBC, boo for show close. But hey, 15 minutes. Go to Child's Play Ninja's channel. Check that shit out. Bring the popcorn. All right. We're out this motherfucking bitch. Much clown love, y'all.
Peace the fuck out, y'all.
Whoop whoop.
Oh.
Yeah.